Okay, issue I have with these amplifiers is the fans, the leaf blowers. Now these ones here, I've disconnected the fans. I've turned, just disconnected the lead from the powers to the fan. So I'll power that down, power that down, power that down, and that one. Power this one on. This one's not wired up at the present moment, and it's not connected up at the moment, nor these channels here. But no, I disconnected the fans, and well, they've been on for just about almost an hour. Yeah, but they feel okay. But the you know, these Glacius is well, I'm not sure. I think these are Class A Bs. Got a bit of a hum, that one, because the top panel is a little bit close to the transformer, and it's resonating. That one's got a little mild hum, but not as noticeable. But you know, these don't get baking hot, and you know, I've run them quite hard in the past, and no, they don't get hot. They don't get like I would say ridiculous, but then again, I've never tested the closely to the components. What I got ordered is a digital thermostat, so I'm going to take some readings, draw my own conclusions, and see which of these can do without the fans. I think all of them. I mean, if these are making it, then, and these, funny enough, I mean, these are way heavier, I think, than I think this. Yeah, I forgot what inside is. I mean, yeah, I mean, get a bit of heat, you know. This generates heat. These EQ cards here, they generate heat. These used to get very hot, but that's only when those things are really driven. And then you hear the fans switching on automatically, which, why doesn't the same sort of thing happen here? Why can't they have like an automatic sensor, digital thermostat sensor, that says that right now the fan needs to turn on to cool down? Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, but then, you know, during loud passages of music or a film soundtrack, you know, you're not going to notice it. And then when things quiet down, the fans quiet down, and you don't notice it. Oh yeah, because I turned the it's only the horns. It's only the HF horns running on the amps. Well, this Denon doesn't get very hot, and it's only running in preamp mode. This Toshiba, disconnected the fan on it last year. This doesn't get hot. This doesn't get hot. And yet, surprisingly, this Philips Blu-ray player down here doesn't have a fan, but damn, does it get hot. Very strange. The Panasonic fans not running. Sony fans are still running on it, but I'm going to disconnect that eventually. The room as it is, when everything's off or nothing's playing, it's about 30 dB. What else? Behringers, they get pretty warm. Yamahas down here. It's a bit hard to see in the light. They're pretty cool. And these Storby CP45s, they're cool. CP500. Only noticeable one is the SRA card. You know, that's pretty warm. Got some Dolby Spectral Recording Real SR down here. It's a bit difficult to see because I need a light on this camera. But the SR cards, they get pretty warm after a while. But no, does that unit require a fan? Doesn't seem to have one fitted on it. That's kind of bizarre. Because I noticed looking at most of all the Dolby CPs all over the decades, up until they had, I think it was the CP500. And yeah, open it again. Fans, disconnected them. And that's been operating okay, no problem. Because some of the heat's going to vent out of it, away from it. It's not like it's been, you know. So, we generate heat. Well, I've got to slow down now a bit because I'm starting to get a little bit warm, and it's winter time, and it vexes me. So, yeah. Now, okay, I can understand a video projector needing a fan because the those light lamps, they get damn hot, and that really does sort of require cooling. But you know, amplifiers and even vintage amplifiers, this stuff does. Not that's all this gear doesn't have fans or leaf blowers. Laserdisc players don't have leaf blowers on them. Yeah, you can hear the spindle motor and the disc inside with the weight in there. It's spinning round, and well, like a fan, like a fan waving. You hear a sound. Yeah, yeah. No, hardly anything else needs a blooming fan running on it. It's ridiculous. I think it's a conspiracy, So you get it in home and it's like, ugh, and then you feel miserable. It's like, well, you got this blooming amplifier that's got a leaf blower blowing, and it's like, you got to play it more louder in the room. No, you just fit the amplifiers in, I mean, there was a door here, but I had to take that door down. I may fit the door back on. So, but then, I don't know. I can always close this door, and then I don't hear the fans. But leaf blowers, aren't they, sweetie? Yeah, leaf blowers. Well, at least I've got a bit of cool air blowing this way, I can always sit in front of it and feel a little breeze. I have got a better fan than this. It's kind of weighing the pros and cons of. I like to feel the breeze against me, not hear it. And again, I can always jump in the freezer if I can. Cool air descends, warm air rises. Maybe I'll put some ice cubes on top, and the cool air will just flow downward, eventually dripping on electronics. Not good. Bang.
How many of us are there? Good, Scotty.
Yeah, I mean, do these
We'll maintain transmission, big out.
think about these subwoofer amplifiers, this and all the other ones that are on the market, yeah? Hey, Do they have a fan blowing around inside it, and they're bragging it does kilowatts this and kilowatts that? Do they have a fan, a leaf blower on them? No. So I'm going to upload the video. I'm going to remove one of these one by one by one by one by one. Oh, what a hassle. Thank you, Behringer, for the hassle. And I'm going to disconnect the flipping fans. I believe I should have the fan running on the computer up here. Although I know certain microchips, they generate heat. But in my mind, I could think of astrodynamics, physics, universe, and all sorts of equations and that, and boom, I'm doing that in my mind. Does my mind need a blimmin' leaf blower blowing to cool my mind down? Enough with the bloody fans, I'm disconnecting them.